Hi everyone. Well, guess where I am? Home of Grace in Kissy. Thanks for coming along. Too bad you're not here. I can't wait. I've got 4 months to go, and so far everything's great. A little bit of mud. It is rainy season, but we're having a great time. The children, the staff, and me.
Say hi everyone.
Hi.
That's it?
Hi everyone. Hi everyone.
Hi. I'm sure you'd like some more information. I've been here for 4 weeks now. I'm getting a pretty good idea of what goes on a day-to-day basis. So I thought you might like to know too. Your first question, I hope, is how many children are here? Well, that's a bit of a moving target. Generally speaking, I say there are 30 children. The youngest, Macmilla, is 2. He was a baby when I was here last time, in August, 3 years ago. The oldest is Wilfred. Wilfred is 18. He's in Form 4, which is the same as our grade 12. So he's finishing school this year, and next year we'll go off to college. In between, there's a whole range of other children of all ages. The reason I say it's a moving target is it's always a little bit hard to tell. So for example, right now there are 2 children that we support, Home of Grace support, through their schooling, but because of behavior and other emotional issues, they live elsewhere. Also, while I am here, it's school holidays right now. The kids are going back to school this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It depends. A few children are staying with their next of kin. Now, you might think orphans have no relatives. That's not really true in the way that Kenyans define orphan. An orphan could be a total orphan. That's someone who has no living relatives at all. There are a few of those. Others are what we would call half orphans, where they have a father or a mother, but not both. So they are really what we would call vulnerable children. So as I said, there's about 30 that live here. 3 of them are sponsored and sent here by the town children's department. Those are children who've been rescued from difficult situations, need a safe place to stay, and believe me, Adina's place is a safe place to stay. So that's about, in a nutshell, give or take, about 30 children. Now, on a given day, there are actually many more than 30 children because there's a public school just across the laneway. And the school, several months ago, identified a number of children who came to school and did not eat much at all during the day, or at night for that matter. So, Adina and her staff have very kindly brought 15 children every lunch hour that come here to eat a good hearty lunch prepared by Auntie Benta, and then they go back to school and finish their school day. Believe it or not, that is funded totally by the Home of Grace staff. Each staff receives a small salary here, and they each contribute some of that salary for the extra cost of feeding these 15 children. Of course, on the weekend, those 15 children come for lunch, and they stay, and they stay, and they play. So, can you see why the number 30 probably is not very realistic? This is an orphanage, but it's also a community center, something that we're all very proud of. Another thing I've been working hard on here has to do with the diet. One thing that has shocked me since I was here last is the expense for food. Food prices have gone skyrocketing over the last 2.5 years because of rising oil prices, export things, all sorts of issues. I don't know what they all are, but all I know is that we're paying much more for food now than we ever did before. So my goal while I was here is to try to find a way to make sure that there's protein, at least 1 meal a day for each of the children, and milk every morning. So we're working on that. That means our budget for food is going to have to increase. I guess that's one of those things I'll have to tell the board about when I get back. But we have been working hard, and the children are thrilled to have either beans or little tiny fish, sort of like sardines that they have, they call it dala, and some other things during the week. So 1 meal of protein a day. I think that's a pretty good starting point. I'm not done yet. Now, another thing that you need to know is that the main occupation for children here is school. It's not about having fun, it's about learning. School is the only way for children to have a future. Education is so important in Canada. I don't know how to say it any more than that. I've been spending my time, my days in schools, helping from one school to another school. I could never even start to compare the school system here to the school system in Canada. And in fact, I don't think it would be fair to do that. The Canadian school system is built on the British school system from generations ago, and it still carries some of that. The secondary schools are primarily boarding schools. There's prefects, there's head girls, there's head boys, and of course there's uniforms. The children work extremely hard. They have a very, very difficult program. And most of the children here spend all of their free time either walking to school, at school, walking home from school, or doing homework. Let me give you an example. Class 8, which is the equivalent to our grade 8, is an important year in Kenya. That is the year that the children write their national examinations. The mark they get at those examinations decides what secondary school they will be invited to apply to. It is very important, and it is really a turning point for them in terms of their future. The higher their mark on the Class 8 exams, the better they will do in high school, and that affects really their entire future. So we have 6 children from Home of Grace this year who are writing their grade 8 examinations. And, just out of interest, the Maasai guard is also writing his grade 8 examination. It's pretty exciting. Now, these children go to school. They get up at 3 a.m. They leave at 5 a.m. and have to be at school at 5:15. Extra teachers are hired to tutor them or teach them extra until 8 a.m. Then at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. they have their regular school day. At 5 p.m. another teacher comes, tutors them extra hard, and they stay at school until 8:30 or 9 o'clock. They walk home in the dark, eat a cold dinner, then they do some homework before they get up again the next morning at 3 and start the whole thing again. Now, I don't need to talk to you about how I feel about that, but the fact is, this is reality, and this is Kenya, and this is what has to happen. So these children are going to have a very, very hard next few months while they get ready for the November exams. But once November 12th comes, their exams are over, and then they will sleep, play, and do all those things that children of their age should be able to do. So all we can do is support them and wish them the very best of luck. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the improvements I've been able to make since I got here. A huge thank you to those of you who gave me extra little gifts of money, especially those people who said, spend it any way you see fit. And so, I have. You might be able to see in this room, and take a little pan of the room. Maybe Fidel will just move the camera a little bit, and you can see the walls, and you can see the furniture. We've recovered some of the furniture. We've got new curtains. We've made a few improvements outside. And people are really excited about what we've been able to do. There's more to come, but this is a great start. There's nothing better than someone coming and saying, let's just make it a little nicer. Everybody perks up. Saturday we had a huge spring cleaning day. Walls were washed, windows were washed. It felt great to let the sun shine in. So thank you to all of you who've done that, and I know we'll have a chance to do that again, hopefully in the next little while. We have a long wish list of things. High on the list is a swing set. That would be very exciting for everyone. I think that's about all I need to tell you right now. I really do appreciate you coming tonight and coming to hear about the work that we're doing. I need to tell you that everyone is so appreciative of what we do in Canada to help here. They pray for us all every night. I think that says a lot about how they feel about us. And I know many of you pray for them as well. So I'd like to thank you, and I hope that this little snippet of life at Home of Grace has been helpful. Goodbye.
I thank every friend of mine from Canada for the support that they are giving us. There's a great improvement. There's a great change here in Home of Grace. We have seen a great difference. Every penny that you give us, we make use. The children are on their holidays now. The children are closed and they are at home. I'm so pleased. I'm very happy and very proud of them that they did well in their examinations. Almost all of them. They did their best and passed. and we are hoping that they will do best in their second examination, which will be in July. The schools will start on 7th of May. I also want to thank all of the board members back in Canada for the great work they are doing, especially Cathy and Joe. They have really done a great job for making people to know more about Home of Grace. For sure, I'm very happy for the good work you are doing and for the support that you are giving us. I can't say a lot, but God in heaven will reward you for the good work you are doing to us. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Maxwell. I'm like the manager, and I really appreciate what Canada as a whole is doing to Home of Grace, and especially I'd like to appreciate Greg and Cathy for visiting and for doing a great job. Really appreciate everything. Some of the things we do, and we help them to help the kids are like farming. We have a dairy cow. We plant greens to help the kids, and as the staff too, we help the kids to meet their goals and their dreams. With a few remarks, I'd like to send our greetings, and in behalf of the workers at Home of Grace, we really appreciate your support and the prayers. Thank you.
We're so happy that you could drop in tonight and hear more about Home of Grace. As you can see, we've got some laundry, the cow barn. One of the kids is looking after 2 rabbits and having a little business of his own. You can see his rabbit hutch in the background. And I hope you appreciate the beautiful scenery here in Kisii. It really is a gorgeous part of the world. So thanks again for your support. We couldn't do any of this without you, and the kids and the staff and me were all so thankful. So thanks for dropping in tonight. One day, I'd like to see you here at Kenya with me. Bye.